All right, so great view from the back always of Mr. Hogan here. I want to point out some setup things that are a little different. You can see the break in this leg. Oh, yellow's not going to work well. We'll go with blue. Hopefully that'll show up a hatch better. Yeah. So there you can see that right knee is softer, kicked in a little bit. It's one of his moves. I like to feel that bracing of that shoe down there on the right, banked in a little bit. Makes the left hip and leg a little straighter. Okay, so the right knee's from the down the line view is out in front of the left knee. You see, Mac O'Grady was 80% using Mr. Hogan's uh, alignments and such. So that's something that you see with Mac all the time. But what I want to point out to you here is that red circle in the box, and of course the red line is slanted. So Mr. Hogan goes back, he takes that bent right knee and starts straightening it, posting up this leg so that it's very high, raising the hip. As you can see, he's tilted, right? That hip tilt there is really great. And then he kicks in the wonderful knee action of the left knee swiveling out outside of the ankle, right? All the way to that red slanted line there, which is the shins. Like I say, the shins are banking forward towards the hole. Now he has not hit the ball yet. This is all, the shaft's about level to the ground there. And he's got both knees to the left of his ankles. The shins are slanted. And for your skiers out there, you know what I mean by hit moguls. And that right knee is continuing to bend towards the left. And now it's almost like that right hip is on a solo mission. It is moving up and over to that left leg. That left hip doesn't seem to be actively trying to pull to us anymore. You know, the left knee swiveled out of the way to allow the right knee to come in and slam up into the left. So the red circle here, I've put that in the box there because that is, if you will, consider this maybe the center of the hips. Okay, to draw that perfect, but I think you get what I'm doing there. And what I want to say is if you use that as a central feel or item for yourself, that you would be able to spin those hips from that centered action. It's like the center belt loop of your trousers. And that might be something, well, it is something that I use a lot and I use with my students, and they really like it. I can grab that belt loop as I stand in front of them and I show where that thing goes. So that belt loop's going to be back and around to the right edge of the box. And so he's already moved the belt loop, that center green line there, and then he pivots and it goes towards the red because he is turning his hips, the red circle that is, and then he gets all the way over here with the shins, the knees, and now he can go into some extension, straightening that left leg, if anything, but it's not moving much, but the right knee is up and forward, moving the right quad up high, and I think the middle of the body, we can say shift your lower body, but it seems to me like Mr. Hogan here has got his belly button lifting up, like he's almost throwing a med ball up to the sky here. And behind him, that's a good drill that I use in my indoor place. I throw the med ball up in this fashion. If I'll draw that for you right here. I feel like I'm taking the med ball and tossing it up into the sky up here, just like that. All right, so this video is all about Mr. Hogan's lower body. Clear that stuff out and look at the Scheffler right leg move here. I mean, watch where this right leg goes. Left's clearing out. The knee is pulling back now, but he's down. He's got those hands just about on top of the golf ball here. Right knee still bent. Now watch the foot here, guys. Right foot, right here. Okay, check this out. You think he's not? I mean, he's not pushing off the ground there. There is so much upward rotation throwing that med ball up this way, right? Just tossing it straight up there, that it's pulling that right leg up. That quad over here is completely stretched. And that's super powerful. and the rotational aspect of that centrifugal rotating force is really kicked in. The master move from Mr. Ben Hogan. Of course, this is one of my favorite slow motion videos. Just syrupy little shot he's hitting here. I hope you like this, guys, and please subscribe if you can, and leave some comments because I want to hear everything that you like about Mr. Hogan and maybe some drills that you've done.
If you don't mind, I'll demonstrate. First off, you start down below with your knees and your hips. At the top of the swing, you move the lower part of your body, not your shoulders, the lower part of your body, letting your arms and hands follow, bringing you into position to hit. But this is the first movement, there. Then you release at the bottom. Most people do it entirely opposite. They rotate their shoulders first instead of their lower body. As a result, they come across the ball and hit the outside of the ball instead of the back of it. If you don't mind, I'll hit a ball, and the first thing to watch is what starts first from the top of the swing.
Now pay attention to the right knee on this one. It fires forward in a bent position all the way. You'll see how far forward his hips are relative to that left leg. I mean, they're way over there. His right glute is forward as it could get. Keeps chugging that right thigh forward. I love it. Look at the knees here with the same point of contact with his hitting partner on the range there. The legs are wider on the right and Hogan's are pinched together. Both legs in internal rotation, much more chest rotation. And that's the masterclass of slamming that right hip up in there.